You've likely seen the images of violence out of Los Angeles. But just like in 2020, it seems the city has been overwhelmed with peaceful protests.
Most of the afternoon and evening, demonstrations have been going on right outside the Federal Detention Center. Most of those demonstrators were very peaceful. They were chanting, they were shouting. Most people we've seen most of the evening have demonstrated peacefully, but again, there are some people who are more hardcore about what they're doing out here.
A fairly peaceful protest until just a few minutes ago.
Law enforcement officers try to bring under control these elements that have become an offshoot of what was a peaceful protest and demonstration. Chaos has taken place after an otherwise peaceful demonstration earlier in the afternoon.
Many in the crowd have been demonstrating peacefully, but tonight there are still people setting off fireworks.
If you move law enforcement in there in the wrong way and turn what is just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn into a massive confrontation.
These groups come in, that have nothing to do with these peaceful protesters, these poor peaceful protesters. These guys come in to take advantage of these moments, and that's exactly what we knew would happen. That's exactly what Trump knew was going to happen. That's exactly what his team knows. They help create these conditions to inflame them. This is Donald Trump's mess. What you see in your nightly news is Donald Trump's making.
We are having an administration that's targeting peaceful protests, people that are there to protest. The president is sending the National Guard because he doesn't like the scenes. He doesn't like the scenes of people peacefully protesting.
The reality is we see peaceful protests launching in Los Angeles. But remember, a lot of these peaceful protests are being generated because the President of the United States is sowing chaos and confusion by arresting people.
What did happen in 1992 was so different from what we're seeing now. I mean, that was a real riot that went all across the city of Los Angeles after a verdict in the Rodney King case. This is a situation where the LA County Police,
Dana,
it's not good, but they're saying that they have it under control, and the president is sending national troops, federal troops, in a way that
we can look at
hasn't
this
been
and
done
we
in
can
a long
obviously
time.
see that it is not under control.
I believe that the LAPD has this underhand, and they are very, very experienced in riot control. So this is something that they can handle. We do not have to have the National Guard here. We certainly do not have to have the Marines here. This is a manufactured crisis.
It's a feeling here of intentional chaos in a situation that had not broken out to violence, short of a few people. And there's nothing unusual about that, and our police departments can manage that. But it is as though troops were rolled out in a provocative manner, and I do not see how that is helpful to Los Angeles right now.
There are some witnesses say that the federal agents responded to the protesters with pepper balls and with flashbangs, but somewhat unprompted, or at least the accusation is by some of the witnesses that the demonstrators were demonstrating peacefully when the response from federal agents was pepper balls and flashbangs.
Obviously, this is a moment where we have to be on the streets all over the country to protest what's happening to our immigrant community, but more broadly to protest what's happening to our democracy. This is the most corrupt administration in the history of the country, and we are going to rise to this moment by being out there on the streets.
How do we get the streets at this point to be safe? Donald Trump needs to rescind his order, period. And then we need to go back to a process where we peacefully protest, where law enforcement peacefully organizes safe parameters of engagement, or at least parameters of engagement that keep people safe.
Get your hands off these poor people. They're just trying to live their lives, man. Trying to live their lives, paying their taxes. Been here 10 years. The fear, the horror. The hell is this guy? Come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with. Tough guy. You know, I don't give a damn. But I care about my community. I care about this community. The hell are they doing? These guys need to grow up. They need to stop. And we need to push back. And I'm sorry to be so clear, but that kind of bloviating is exhausting. So, Tom, arrest me. Let's go.